Welcome back, everybody, to Volatility Trading Strategies. As we continue on with this Total Portfolio Solution course, we've already discussed all the individual strategies. I will leave links for all of those down in the description below if you need to catch up. But today I'm going to show you exactly how I calculate the official performance for our portfolio. It's very easy to do, but people do ask me, so let's go through it. The first important piece of information here is that all of the results are coming from the live traded fill prices of a $25,000 portfolio. I chose $25,000 because I think that's a number that most traders either have already, or with some diligent savings for a year or two, you can definitely get there. And it also shows that our VTS portfolio can be traded on smaller account sizes. It could even go down to $10,000 or less, but I use a $25,000 portfolio size. Now, also important, the Total Portfolio Solution is currently 4 strategies with 25% allocations to each of them, so it's very easy to divide up. If I'm taking a new trade in the Tactical Volatility strategy, for example, it would be $6,250 dedicated to that new position. And that's across the board here, so super easy to trade a $25,000 portfolio. Iron Condors are a little different as far as sizing goes, but there's a full video course just for Iron Condors in our VTS library, so you'll be an expert Iron Condor trader in no time. So if you do tune into my live streams, you'll know that I'm always logged in to the same trading account. This is called ThinkorSwim. It's now under the Schwab umbrella. Now, I do also have my long-term portfolio elsewhere with most of my savings that I never touch. I just keep adding to it. But this is the official account for our live $25,000 portfolio, as well as any live trading like VIX options or zero DTE stuff that we'll be doing in future live streams. Worth noting as well, the account value might change regularly. There's been times it's been several $100,000, and other times it could be less than $100K. I basically use it as a short-term trading account that also gets invested. If I buy a car, if I rent a long-term Airbnb at somewhere I'm living, that money comes out of that TOS account. So the value might change, but the official results are always on $25,000 of live traded money. A good day to show you just how simple this is, both for me, but as well as anybody else following my portfolio. About half the days there aren't any trades, but even when there are, it's going to be at most a few minutes to execute. So this is December 19th, 2024, and I'm showing this day because there were actually 3 trades that day, which is more than usual. You can see all 3 of our tactical rotation strategies exited their aggressive positions, and 2 of them moved into conservative positions, and the third one just went to cash. So we've got a sell SVXY, buy GLD in tactical volatility, sell QLD and move to cash in defensive rotation, and sell SPY and buy IYR in strategic tail risk. And remember, new trades get that 25% allocation, so $6,250. I just sell 3 of them, buy 2 of them, and I'm done. So this is inside Schwab now, and you can see that on that date, in December 19th, I did exactly that. Sell SVXY, sell SPY, sell QLD. And then I also use 6250 and I buy QLD gold and IYR real estate. This whole sequence, all 5 trades, both exit and then entry, took me probably 1 minute, maybe 2 minutes tops. Anybody from any background can do this, trust me. But now I want to show you how I actually calculate the full results for an entire month. Okay, so here we are inside a very basic spreadsheet. Apologies, not very pretty. This isn't meant for other people. This is just for me internally. And I'm going to go through a basic example for just one of our strategies, tactical volatility. This previous January 2025, there were quite a few trades, so this is going to be a good example. Now for me, every month actually starts with the previous month. Of course, I'm calculating profit monthly and I have to mark it to the end of the month. So last month, we actually ended holding the GLD gold. You can see 31st of December there, 25 shares, $242.13. So down here in January, that's actually going to be the same entry. And then the month just proceeds as normal. I just take the trades as my system requires. So we can see the first one, the 6th of January, we actually exited the GLD gold. Same 25 shares we exited for $243.61. Now that price, like I said, is coming from the live trading fill from that TOS account. So this is a screenshot that I just put together with all of those fill prices. This is from inside Schwab, and I marked red for sales, green for when we buy, and we can just go down the list. So there's that 243.61. Pretty basic, of course, but remember, these are tactical strategies. We sell one position and we enter a new position the same day. So we sold the gold here, and on the same day, we entered short volatility again on the 6th of January. This is a purchase, 123 shares, 50.80. And that is coming from right there. 123 shares, 50.80. Super basic stuff, just 62.50 divided by the share price at the time that I'm making the trade. That's how many shares you buy. And the trade is done in less than 30 seconds. So then we just basically held that position. We can see here January 8th. So it was actually a quick turnover. Sold the same 123 shares, 49.43. That's a sale in red there, 49.43. Moving on, again, same day, January 8th. If we sell SVXY, we also have to buy the GLD gold on January 8th. So that's at 245.14. That is a green right there, 245.14. Ignore these trade fees for a second. I'll just mention that at the very end. But you can see when you buy, there is no trade fee associated with that. But then it appears like this position was held until the 17th of January. This position was profitable, sold at 250.49. So that would be right there, 250.49. So then next, again, selling on the 17th means we are getting into something else on the 17th. 121 shares, 51.32. I always round up, of course, so that's right there, 51.32. And when was that position sold? So that one was exited on the 27th of January, sold for 50.53. I think you get the point, but there's the sale right there. Again, very small trade fee associated with that. We'll get to that in a minute. But if I'm selling on the 27th, I'm also buying something else on the 27th. So there's that gold position there, 253.16 right there, rounded up. I know you probably get it at this point, but just to be thorough. And then on the 30th, that gold position was sold again. 257.95, that's there, second to last one. That's on the 30th. If we sold gold here on the 30th, we also have to buy something else. That's SVXY, 121 at 51.55. That's the last one down here. Now, this is where we mark the end of the month. You can see that's the 30th of January. There was 31 days in that month. So on the 31st, at the end of the day, I mark the price. So this one here to start the month is the end of day price the previous month. And this one here is the end of day price during this month. And then you can see this SVXY is going to be carried over, and that's the same one down here to start February. Now, the only other aspect of this is actually calculating the performance, which of course in Excel is extremely easy as well. You can check out the formula there. It's basically what you sold it for minus what you bought it for, divided by what you bought it for. That's going to give you the percent return for that trade. And then from there, I just carry the percentages down. This is going to scale to any account size. But lastly, remember I touched on the trade fees aspect of it. You can see it here. Whenever I'm selling, there is a tiny fee. Now, that's not actually a trade fee. It's just administrative costs these days. There has been a race to the bottom. Essentially, ETF trading can largely be considered free these days. So for about 11 years, I was actually using the standard entry and exit fee. That's for the official performance. But in the last year or two, there's really no point. This is quite literally, I mean, you're talking about 19 cents on $6,250. This is 0.001% trade fee. It's nothing. But that's how I do it. You can see how easy this is, how basic it is. Again, most months there aren't this many trades, but even when there is, it's no big deal. I just track it based on the actual Schwab account, live fill prices only, pretty simple stuff. So again, it's a $25,000 model portfolio, all live trades taken directly from the real fill prices from that public ThinkorSwim trading account. The strategies themselves are very complicated on my end, but that's why I send everybody the very simplified signals that you can track in your own account in just a couple minutes a day. Claim your free 2-week trial available to everybody on my website to see if the VTS community is the right fit for your long-term investing goals. Thanks for watching. So now you're ready to see how all of our strategies combine to form what I call the total portfolio solution. Again, no more than 5 minutes a day, but volatility targeting is the best way to ensure a smoother investing experience with a higher rate of return. So make sure you check out this video next. See you next time.